90% of players get absolutely wrecked on this boss, man. This is the king of the frost giants here, and this is the average experience for most players. You'll go in, and then he'll just start swinging, and you're just immediately wrecked. I remember this was my first experience fighting this dude, but once you get used to his attack patterns, and also get aware of what's happening in the final phase and what you need to do to play around that, it becomes a little bit more straightforward, but it's still like a really tricky fight to deal with. And every single time I get to this fight, there's always at least like 4 or 5 people outside just getting their cheeks absolutely clapped, man. It is a very, very big roadblock for a lot of players, and I wanted to upload this video, show you guys how I deal with this story boss, and how to fight him, and some of the best stuff to do. So the best thing is just immediately dash behind him, and then as soon as he turns, dash behind again, because as long as you're behind him, you're not going to get hit by this stuff, which is fantastic. I still haven't like properly got the what was it, the hitbox in the bag here, but he's got like an ice stomp move as well. Just make sure you're away from his feet during this one. But the other two, you just want to make sure you go behind him. And it'll also have like this ice breath in phase 1. Just make sure you dodge that. But once you learn just to like run behind this guy, like phase 1 for the most part, is actually really, really easy to deal with. So yeah, he's going to turn again, and then we want to go through. Let's activate the attack booster here. Let's go for a bit of a bigger beam. Get that damage going, and then we're going to activate the nuke. He's going to go for his stomp here. And we're getting closer to phase 2. You'll be able to tell phase 2 because of the cinematic. But phase 2, man, is where this fight gets a little bit crazy. Because he's going to put down a frost aura. And if you get caught in that, dude, you are frozen and then you are clapped. Right, is he going to start swinging again? Okay, let's make sure we get behind this man. You'll see, like, with the swings, once he's committed to a direction, he sticks to that direction. So that's very important. Okay, we're in the second phase now. Again, phase 1, as long as you know how to run behind him and get kind of used to the animations and timings, it's actually really, really easy to deal with.
Father, it would be my honor to share this epic moment with you. But my brother would suffer far more if we kept him alive, so that he could witness our reign over his beloved Midgardian.
Step aside, or you die with him.
Yet another father who ignores me. A shame.
Oh, damn.
I knew you would betray me, you pitiful wretch. Loki, but why?
To force you to see the truth. You fool. I may never be worthy to rule. But you always have been. Brother. Now go. Prove it.
I love this bit, man.
Your name, brother, I shall.
Let's go, Thor. Right, phase 2. Got to be super careful on this one, man. Again, you can like take flight to move a bit faster if needed. But he's going to rain down icicles, and then I think he jumps, right? Oh no, he goes for the triple slash here. The jump's coming soon. So just take a moment in this phase to get accustomed to what he's actually doing, because he's going to jump once telegraphed, and then he activates like this little frost aura around him, which stays around him, but then he like double jumps again, and then he's going to do a breath, and then we want to get behind, and then that is our interval to actually attack into him. So there are 2 intervals where you can attack him in this phase, when he's swinging, and also... Okay, so that's the frost aura. You don't want to go in this aura. If you go in that aura, you're going to get frozen. And then if you get frozen, you get easy one-shot by the club swing. And again, the club swing is an opportunity where we can get our damage in here. He's going to go for the jump. So what is telegraphed? And then the next one is not going to be telegraphed. But he's still going to go for it. Again, there's a little bit of a delay on that one. And then after that, he kind of dashes back a little bit and goes for the frost breath. And then here we're just going to use Iron Man's ultimate, get that big damage going. We should use the attack bonus beforehand here. And then we want to get away from the frost aura. You can see, like, the more you understand this phase, the more you realize that there are actually very limited intervals to hit this man. And yeah, if you can, you know, try and get, like, through his legs behind him while he's going for that. It's going to make it a bit easier. But if you just want to take this phase, like, really safe, really slow, again, you just want to wait for those frost breath intervals. And again, he's going to, like, strafe backward here, so we can get a little bit closer to him. And then we can activate this, and then we can go for the big nukes. And then there's going to be the Frost Aura, so we want to get away for this. And then he's going to go for the 3 swings. I think actually if we dash, again, it's a bit risky with the timing and the Aura as well to go in there. So it's up to you. You know, if you've got the right spacing, it can work out. We're waiting for the second jump here. Okay, cool. And then we want to fly behind him. And again, slow and steady, boys. That is the name of the game here. The pace of the fight. I should not have used that ability. Okay, let's get away. And again, he's going to rain down some ice balls as well. Make sure you dodge those. Make sure you stay out of these chilled places. Because that is how you get 100 times wrecked. And I probably should have gone for a beam attack there instead. Okay, right, he's going for the jump. So 1 jump. It's going to be the second jump. Again, the jump's like telegraphed. Got a little bit of a delay, so you actually have plenty of time to move. But then we want to dash behind, go for this. Okay, nice. We've got 1 health bar left. Again, slow and steady is winning the race here, man. That's what we love to see. A good, well-executed, safe strategy. And then here you can go for a few swings. You can chuck the beam on the side here, get some additional damage. And after this, I think he's going to start winding up the jump. So we go for this. Let's make sure we get away here. If you can make him jump to the middle, it's like a bit easier to strafe around. Then we'll go for this. Fire off this for a bit more damage. Thor is getting clapped. You can see Thor is constantly frozen. If you're getting smacked up by its attacks, man, you're getting frozen very, very easily. Just avoid the frost on the ground. Okay. And again, there's a bit of an opportunity when he's swinging to just get that beam in an attack. But yeah, there we go. So again, this boss, like, has so many different mechanics that can one-shot you and can kill you, like, very, very easily. And again, if you get caught in his attacks, you get 4 stacks of frozen, you're frozen. And during that period, he can easily one-shot you with, like, 1 of 3 different attacks. Like, the jump can one-shot, the breath can one-shot, the club can one-shot. So yeah, you got to be very, very careful. But again, as long as you followed kind of the general strategy and kind of get those intervals when he's either swinging the club or when you're like safely behind him and he's doing the breath, then you're chilling. You're having a really, really good time on this boss. So yeah, I know it's a really difficult one, man, because like so many people, I constantly see people complain about this fight in global chat. And again, as we saw right at the beginning of the video, there are like so many people outside that just keep on dying and dying to this boss. But again, the first time, like the first couple of times I fought this boss, I was getting my ass handed to me, but like playing through recently on Black Widow, I started to understand like the really like safe periods and timings where we wouldn't get wrecked on this fight, and understanding that you know, you can see there just like made that fight very easy, very straightforward and very clean to deal with. So yeah, overall, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you believe that the King of the Frost Giants is in fact the hardest story boss out there, or is Maestro and Ares a little bit harder? I think actually, you know, playing both boss fights today, I think the Maestro and Ares fight, like, once you understand, like, what's going on in both of the fights, is actually harder, just because you've got to fight Maestro at full power in a space that's, like, a third of what it is in the raiding comparison or the first fight, and it makes it very tricky when he's got like a massive smashdown, because it can literally engulf like the whole thing, and if you don't dodge at the right time, then yeah, you're getting wrecked. And the thing is on the Maestro and Ares one as well, is on top of that, you've got to fight Ares, and then like Maestro, and then Maestro again. It's not just like you got the King of the Frost Giants, you've got like 3 bosses back to back, and the final Maestro is by far the hardest of them. So yeah, if you get to that Maestro with only 1 life left, or you know, your only revive available, then it's very, very easy to get wrecked and die, and then have to do like the first 2 fights again. So yeah, man, the story bosses, like, they don't play no games when it comes to some of the higher levels, man. They're a really good challenge to deal with. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know if this video guide helped, and if it did, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.